Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm Coach David. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. And I hope that your life is moving in the direction that you want it to move in, that everything is going the way that you want it to go, that you are being, doing, and having everything that you desire to be, to do, and to have. I'm super excited that you have decided to join me on today. I believe I have something for you that's going to help you. So what I want you to do right now is go ahead and jump on and tag somebody in this live stream and ask them to join us as well, because I think it'll be beneficial to all of us if we do that. And then I can give you something that's going to inspire you, that's going to motivate you, that's going to take you to the next level, that's going to help you get everything working the way that you want it to work. So today I'm going to talk about how to believe in yourself. And I know it. I know it. You say, hey, I got that. I already believe in myself. Well, you might, and that's great. I hope you do. But however, there's a lot of people who don't. They don't believe in themselves. And because of that, I believe I'm led to give you this on today, to teach this, to help people to believe in themselves. One of the biggest challenge to a person believing in themselves is self-doubt. And at different times in our life, we all doubt ourselves. We doubt our abilities. We doubt what we are capable of achieving. So what we have to do, we have to look at that, and we got to measure that sometimes. And we got to say, look, why am I in this position of self-doubt? Why is this happening to me? And there can be a lot of different reasons. Having a lack of confidence in yourself or in your abilities, that's nothing new. That's just the way it is sometimes, because you bump up against things that you don't understand, or you bump up against things that you like, why does this keep happening to me? And oftentimes I say, if you were going to pick a time for something not so good or bad to happen to you, what time would you pick? Exactly. We never would pick it. So what we got to understand is that when we have that self-doubt, it's just a lack in ourselves. That's all it is. We have a lack of faith in ourselves. We have a lack of belief in ourselves. And that's what I want to work with on today to get you there. So we asked the question, why does this happen to us? Why do we face this thing where we don't believe in ourselves like we would like to? Why do we come up against these things and we look at them and we say, I don't want this to be in my life. I don't want it to be like this. Well, there's a couple of different reasons why that can be. Number one, it could just be something new that you've never attempted before. So you start to doubt yourself as to whether or not you have the ability, the capability, the skill, the knowledge, whatever it is. You start doubting yourself. Do I really have what it takes to accomplish this? That could be the case. Or it could be something old and you've attempted it before, but it didn't go as well as you would have liked. So when you start looking at that, you say, okay, it could be something new. It could be something old. There's a lot of different factors that go into this thing that makes us doubt ourselves. Listen, I've doubted myself before, and I'm just so thankful that I have the right people around me to support me, to encourage me, and also that I study and I research to figure out, look, you may not be the best at this, but you're certainly not the worst at this. And if you just hang in there and keep going and stay with it, you're going to be okay. So there's these things I call factors that cause this. And what I did when I was thinking about this and putting this lesson together for you, I began to look at it from the standpoint of reps, my reps. It's my reps that are causing this. So what do you mean by reps? Well, anytime you go into a gym and you lift weights, and they have this thing they call reps. The reps is repetitions, or the number of times you perform a certain exercise or a specific exercise. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to use the term reps, your repetitions, and I want to talk about that from the standpoint of what causes us to doubt ourselves. Our reps cause us to doubt ourselves. And I use the word reps, R-E-P-S, and I talk about that. So let's just take this in. Number one, the R, rep, is repetition, is information. It is information that I get on an ongoing basis, things that I hear, things that I say, things that I pick up. And that can create in me a doubt in myself. It's the repetitious information. And a lot of times you are talking to yourself. And I've said this before, and I really believe this. You believe more of what you say than what anybody else says. So when you have this repetitious information on an ongoing basis coming to you or coming through you, what begins to happen, you begin to believe that. So what we got to do, we got to look at that. And I'm going to give you a way to overcome these reps here in just a minute. But the E in that is your environment. It's the culture. It's the society. It's how you were brought up. It was the way you were brought up. It's kind of hard to tell somebody that life can get better when they're living in an environment where it doesn't look like it. And many times because of that ongoing environment, that culture, that society, it is very difficult for you to shake that and begin to believe in yourself. So we gotta figure out a way to overcome that. And I'm gonna give you something. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna give you something. Just let me go through this. And then the P of the reps is personal life experiences. And I believe with all of my heart, this is one of the strongest of your reps. This is one of the strongest, that when you go through something personally and you experience it personally in your life, it has more significance than a whole lot of other things. Why? Because I experienced that. And I know that happened to me. I'm not talking about what somebody shared with me. I'm not talking about what I saw somewhere. I'm talking about what I experienced. And when you personally experience something, that is one of the strongest reps that you're going to deal with. Then the final one is significant other people. I'm talking about your mom, your dad, school teachers, counselors, those kind of people who have affected your life in such a way, and they've spoken into your life. This goes back to the repetitious information, if you will, because those people are significant other people. You love them, you care about them, and you also take in what they say. So those are the reps that will a lot of times cause us to doubt ourselves. So we got to learn how to believe in ourselves. And since we have to learn how to do that, Coach David's going to help us with that today. I want you, and I want to encourage you with this, I want you to develop a belief in yourself. Well, how do you do that? Here's how you do it. Just believe. Believe in yourself. That's how you do it. I know that sounds so simple, and you're like, Coach David, it can't be that easy. Oh, yes, it can. It can be that easy. And I want to encourage you just how easy it is. So what we're going to do with the remainder of time that I have with you on today, we're going to take the word believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E, believe, and we're going to break it down to certain key factors that I believe that if you use these, you're going to build that belief in yourself. You're going to start believing. And you have to do this on an ongoing basis. You can't do this one time and think that it's going to work every time. You have to do this on an ongoing basis. So I want to encourage you with that on today, that as I give you this, now there's no certain order to these. I took the word believe and I just used it because I think it's easier for us, our mind, that is, to accept things when we have a key word that goes with it. That's why I do that a lot, because when I go back and now, after I teach you this, and I say these things and we say the word believe, it's going to have a whole new meaning to you. So let's jump into it. B, the B in believe. Be assertive. What do you mean by be assertive? Set your boundaries for yourself. Communicate what you need. Communicate what you're going to put up with. And you can do that without ever disrespecting or hurting others. You are an individual to yourself, and you can set up your boundaries and you can communicate that in such a way that, look, this is who I am. This is where I am. This is how I do what I do. This is what I'm willing to do. This is what I'm not willing to do. And you don't have to be, harsh about it. You don't have to be, overbearing about it, but you do have to be assertive about it. Because I say it like this: if you don't pick your agenda, people will give you an agenda. You have to be assertive. That is the B. Let's drop to that first E. The E is to embrace all of you. Embrace all of you, the good, the bad, and even the in between. Embrace that. What you want to do, you want to work on what's bad and you want to elevate and use and put out there what's good. Because look, we all have what I call blind spots. And a lot of times we can't see ourselves for how we really are. And I don't mean that in a negative way. That can be in a positive way. A lot of times people will come up to us and say, oh, wow, you're so great at this. And you'll be like, well, not really. Quit discrediting yourself. Excuse me. Quit discrediting yourself and say thank you, and then look at that from the standpoint, I need to embrace that. I am good at that. I have been blessed with that. I have this skill. I have this talent. I need to embrace that. I also need to embrace and work on those things that aren't good. When somebody shares with me what I would call their caring criticism, okay, their caring constructive criticism, that is, I need to embrace that from the standpoint, say, okay, I need to look at that. I need to work on that. I need to get into a situation where I can develop and be better. And here's another key thing just came to my mind. Many times, if you can't be better at it, put somebody in your circle of influence that is, and let them help you. So embrace all of you. So we got be assertive, embrace all of you. Here's the L, leave negative behind. Negative people, negative events, negative relationships. All negativity must stay behind. What are you talking about? You cannot continually go back into negative stuff. Negative stuff is what causes you sometimes to doubt yourself. Well, look, people will always try to remind you of your past, but you got to look at your future and say, you know what? Yes, I'm embracing all of me. And yes, that was a mess up. That was a hiccup. I did jack that up. But guess what? That's not me anymore. My future is bright. My potential is great. And I'm moving forward. Leave negative. I didn't say what was negative, because people can be negative sometimes. Different events can be negative sometimes. You could have been in a negative relationship. You could have been in a negative situation, but you must leave all negative behind. And whatever you want to attach negative to, whatever you want to say that's negative, leave that behind. And don't go back and pick it up either. Leave it behind. So we got be assertive, embrace all of you, leave negative behind. Here's the next one, the I, identify what's important to you. Listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. If you don't have what's important to you, people will try to give you what's important to you. And that may not be important to you. You have to identify. I said it before, you are the architect of your life. You get to design it. You get to build it, because you're going to live it. So don't let somebody give you an architectural plan that doesn't fit you. You identify what's important to you. I was reading this book and it was talking about win the day. And in the book, the word win means what's important now. You have to figure that out. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to somebody else telling you. You decide right now and identify what's important to you. We're jumping on that next E. So we got be assertive, embrace all of you, leave negative behind, identify what's important, and then elevate. Here's that E. Elevate every achievement. Look, success breeds success. That's right. Success breeds success. So when you're successful at something, you want to elevate that. You want to, talk about that. It's not bragging. It's not being braggadocious. I mean, you could be, but here's the thing about it. We tend to get what we talk about. So when we talk about success, then what we'll do, we'll start picking up on the success factor and we become more successful. Just share with be willing to share your success with people who love you, people who care about you, and people who will celebrate with you. Elevate every achievement. So that's that. Now we're going to the V. But remember, we got be assertive, embrace all of you, leave negative behind, identify what's important to you, elevate every achievement, and then visualize your success. See yourself successful. Oh my goodness. You don't know how important it is that you see you in the movie of your life successful. Walk in success. I mean, just like I said, your environment right now could be one of the baddest places. It could be one of the most negative things. But if you will close your eyes and on the canvas of your imagination, begin to see yourself successful, it won't be very long before you are successful. And what you have to do, you got to embrace that. You got to embrace all of that. Now, I didn't say just visualize and don't do the work. I told you before, there's work to be done, but visualization of your success, that's a very important part of it. You've got to learn to do that as you're believing more and more in yourself. This visualization factor is so key. And then here's the next thing. We got the other E. So we got to be assertive, embrace all of you, leave negative behind, identify what's important to you, elevate every achievement, visualize your success, and then finally, express gratitude. That's right. Have an attitude of gratitude. Express your gratitude. Be thankful that you are improving. Even if it's just a slight improvement, even if you don't see an improvement, have an attitude of gratitude. It's amazing what will happen in your life when you express gratitude. Just be thankful. Just be thankful. I got up this morning. I'm thankful. You know, I'm getting better day by day in every way. I'm getting better. I'm thankful. The key to all of this is understanding this right here. That attitude of gratitude will take you a lot further than what most people believe. Don't sit there because, see, let me put it like this. When you have an attitude of gratitude, what begins to happen is great things begin to breed in your life. You begin to believe more because you see more. And when you do that, great and wonderful things are going to happen. I'm going to share a story with you as I wrap this up. I had a group of kids, and we had a vision to go and do something at a national competition. And every one of these believing in itself, I really worked on their belief that you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that this is your time. You have to believe that, hey, we got some good parts, we got some bad parts, but we're working and we're embracing it. We're leaving the negative behind. We're leaving negative people behind, and we're embracing this. We are moving forward. We're embracing all of us. We are a collective team. We are assertive. We know what our boundaries are. We know what we're going for, and that's what we're doing. We identified what was important. We were going to know what's important now. We're going to win, and we're going to keep moving. And when we had a little success here or a little success there, we celebrated. But that was not the end story. We visualized ourselves being at the end and doing some great things at a national level. And it occurred. And we expressed gratitude all the time, all the way. And because of that, we were able to move forward and achieve our goal. And so when you do that kind of thing, great, wonderful things happen for you. I want to encourage you with this on today, that you would take hold of this and that you would begin to believe in yourself. I'm here to help you. If you need anything from me, please reach out. You can direct message me or private message me. You can leave your comments tagged to this, and I will get with you and help you. You have a great week this week. All week long, I want you to have a great week. Believe in yourself, because I promise you right now that when you begin to do that, great things are coming your way in every way, every day. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for sharing this with someone, if you would. But remember this right here. Remember this. You're the architect of your life. That's right. You are. And I'm Coach David. Guess what? I want you to believe in you. You know why? Because I believe in you. And I will see you on next week. Bye.